Greetings, 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 greetings to the Vibe Tribe. I am here again, your host and soul guide, your holistic self-care practitioner here, Chantel Sierta Shakim, tapping in again, for day number 29 of this 365-day journey. I have decided to go live and just show up in the space and pull cards in the process, knowing that everything is always happening according to my highest good. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome into the space. I normally pull 7 cards, so I am prepping the cards now. Ooh, and they are coming out, y'all. All right, we started with the 7 of Cups, followed by the Queen of Cups. Next, we have the 4 of Cups, a lot of emotions coming up, followed by the 3 of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. That's 5 cards. We'll get 2 more. They coming out of the woodworks, y'all. It's a lot of energy in the air. We give thanks to the ancestors, the guides, and all that support as we begin to take our seat on our throne, y'all, with the Queen of Wands. That is my energy. I love her. Followed by the 2 of Pentacles. All right. Not so bad. Not so bad. Definitely in a place of choosing. We're going to get one more card. I haven't used this deck since I've been doing my pulls, but check it out. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I've had this a long time. It's the chakra reading card. So because I was like, we need to see where we are in this chakra alignment for today, because there was some things that happened today that definitely were for my highest good, but I was like, ooh, kind of didn't see that coming. But you know what? Everything is always divinely aligned as we have the benevolent spirits showing up, y'all. These are my guides. These are the aces in the places. This says our angels and our masters. Number 33. So that is like, they are like, girl, we got you. We got you. So I am so thankful for this reading. Let me shake them in, shake them in. Shake a bow, shake a bow, shake a bow wow. So I am not your typical tarot card reader. I've never been really, look, I have no official training, professional training in learning to read tarot. I've just been dibbling and dabbling and working my magic since I was introduced to it. By the Most High God, coming from a Christian religious background, this is kind of like taboo. We're not supposed to do this, as the Christian religion may believe, but God gave me this. God gave me this gift. God gave me this talent. God gave me the ability. And he said everything is a tool. Everything can be used for my highest good. And it's just like the Bible to me. It gives me clarity. Okay, so let's tap in. We're going to start from the top to the bottom, but then when we dive into the actual messages, we will pull some of the insight from the book as the author intended. So first we have here the 7 of Cups. What are you choosing? You have an abundance of choices available. We live in this limitless possibility of a world. Everything is available. The good, the bad, the ugly, the highest, the lowest, all of it is there. But are you allowing the emotions to move you into the right direction? Are you allowing your essence and your being and those that support you to guide you along your journey, where you don't always have to judge and make decisions from your mind? Sometimes we just have to get into our hearts, and that is definitely where it starts. The Queen of Cups, she's in a place of surrender. She says, you know what? no matter what, I'm going to let things linger. I'm going to let it flow. I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to hold any attachment to what I know, because everything that is moving, it's moving me in the direction that I need to be in. And in that space, I can celebrate. I can celebrate the victory of release and freedom and endless possibilities of expressing myself and enjoying life in its fullness, life and life more abundantly, you know? And I can't allow my heart to be broken by the things that needed to break, because in that space is where you begin to take shape, taking new shape, taking, leaning and bobbing and really beginning to heal, because knowing that when you surrender, everything really becomes real. Ashe. So this is where the abundance goes. This is where the abundance flows, planting new roots in the palm of our hand, knowing that it's not another man. It's you. It's you. It's you and you and you. You are planting the seeds. And the more you show up in your truth, the more you show up in your authenticity, the more your abundance will be given to you. And again, it's all in the palm of your hand. Keep your fire lit. And when you light your flame, you will begin to light the flames of others as well. We are queens. We are adjusting crowns. We are reigning and ruling. We are creating queendoms. And those that are looking for you will find you when you align. Balancing as above, so below, in the power and essence of the divine. So this is what I'm feeling as I'm being guided and directed by the ancestors, the benevolent spirits, to align my chakras and not take it for granted, okay? When things begin to get out of alignment, then you begin to feel a little shaky. But when you align and begin to be guided by the ancestors and angels who show up to pave the way, they remove the things that are in your way. Hello. And now you can just begin to be and express yourself in the way it was meant to be. Okay? Thank y'all for coming into the space. I am your host again, Chantel Sierra Shakim. I am a holistic self-care practitioner, author, and soul guide. So this journey on TikTok for me is all about embracing my true authenticity. It is one thing to show up for the world the way they want you to. It's another to show up in a space where you want to. So here I have been intentional about showing up for the next, year. 365 days is what I've committed to. Showing up, expressing myself, pulling cards, fixing crowns, and aligning and living by the crowns that I have put on myself. So I'm sharing this space with you. I'm sharing this journey with you because I feel like that's the right thing to do, okay? So may you be inspired by the words. We have pulled from the Light Seers Tarot, and we're going to start from the bottom and go to the top because that's how it starts, always. Starting at the root, starting at the bottom. Now we're here. This is the Two of Pentacles. What are we doing? What are we doing with our gifts, our talents, our abilities? Are we balancing them in the highest vibration? Are we allowing them to be stagnant and stuck and not allowing us to move in the next direction? So as we look at the Two of Pentacles, we will see what the book says. It says, I create an equilibrium in my life that allows me to be my best self. Can't make this up, y'all. When you create an equilibrium to choose yourself, it allows yourself to come forward. And in that space, it allows you to be your best self. So balancing the light and the darkness, balancing as above, so below, taking those things out of your memory and allowing them to begin to manifest in this now reality. Knowing that we are guided and directed and protected by ascended masters, angels, guides, the benevolence, the energy source of God in me, the hope of glory. What you say? Let's take a look and see what that says from this book of our chakra readings, number 33. Okay? Number 33 is telling me something. Number 33 says, it says, angels, can y'all see that? Okay. Angels and masters guide my way with love, truth, and integrity. And that's a really good card to get today, y'all, because I have been really going back and forth with living my life in integrity, doing the things from the right space and time. And when I find myself misaligned, it does make me feel a little shaky, baby. But then I have to get right back in line. So the Queen of Wands, which is my energy, says, don't even worry about it. Follow yourself. Follow your truth. Follow your integrity. Follow your love. And know that you are creating your queendom, because you are a queen. And you deserve all that you could ask or imagine. And even more. Even more. So I'm in this vibration and in this place of believing that and saying, how good can it get? How good can it get? And it says, I fill my world with an intense light and that connects and incites passion. I fill my world with an intense light that connects and incites passion. What are you connecting with? How are you inciting your passions? Are you living in that space of doing what you know you love to do? Sharing that with the community that you are involved in. Giving and receiving as your gifts show up, you know, to provide for you the abundance that is always enough. Always enough. Always enough. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll tap into this Ace of Pentacles energies. Pentacles is all about our material manifestations of abundance, y'all. Whatever that looks like to you. It's not always a monetary abundance. It could be an abundance of peace, abundance of joy, abundance of love, abundance of prosperity and wealth and health, an abundance of whatever it is you are planting, right? So get rooted. Get back to that I am. And it says, I plant my goals with intention, direct focus, and faith. I plant my goals with intention, direct focus, and faith. That's what we're doing, y'all. We moving out of this energy. Moving out of the heartbreak, moving out of the places that are barren and dead, moving out of the places that keep us stuck, and moving into the higher vibration of all that is within you, that is good, that is pleasing, that is of good report, okay? So here we are at the Three of Swords. What does that tell us? What is the Three of Swords telling you? You know, for me, this Three of Swords have been showing up. It's like, listen to your heart. Hear what's talking to you. If y'all know that song, y'all might be a little old, but yeah, it's a real song. And when we listen to our hearts, it gets us right. It gets us right on track. So, Three of Swords. It says, my heart remains open and tender. My heart remains open and tender, or tender and open. So no matter what is going on, we still have to allow our hearts to beat, our hearts to guide, our hearts to speak. And we don't want to put a blockage around it where it's not tender and it's not open to receive those things that are available. You know, in those places where we get to celebrate, celebrate even in the midst of things not looking like exactly working out the way you intended. But when you can know that you are being guided and directed, you can trust the process and celebrate knowing that what you believe is to come will surely come. So the Four of Wands, celebration. Let's see what it's talking about. Four of Wands. I love pulling cards. My little girl loves pulling cards. We love getting these messages from on high. We love the way God shows up and shows out in ways that we can't even figure out, you know? It's always different. So we can't put God in the box. We can't put little baby in the box. We can't put me in a box. We can't put you in a box. But we put ourselves in boxes so often. So it's time to get out of the box. What box? Is there a box? What is really going on? We in this energy of celebration. I am devoted to my connectedness, and I celebrate the wonder of loving bliss with my community. Thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for at least giving me an audience to relay these messages to, and hopefully it's hitting you right where it's hitting me. Because yeah, I am devoted to my connectedness. My connectedness to you, my connectedness to the Most High, my connectedness to my higher self, my God self. I'm connected and I'm celebrating it. And I enjoy the loving bliss that comes out of that connection. All right? Look, this is all about surrendering to our hearts, surrendering to our heart's desire, surrendering to the knowingness that every little thing is gonna be all right. Don't you worry about a thing, because every little thing's gonna be all right. That's the Queen of Cup energy. She's like, just let it go. Take your hands off of it. Know that you are connected to the Most High. Know that you have these angels and ancestors and guides protecting you, guiding you, removing things that aren't aligned with the direction that you need to go in, so that you can truly begin to embrace all that your tender heart has to offer, so that you can be in spaces where you can give and receive in the abundance of your I am. You know, let me ring the bell on that. Bringing in the abundance of my I am. You know, that's where we're at. So let's go into this Queen of Cups energy. We had two queens show up today, y'all. We gonna go into it. I'm gonna show y'all again at the end. But yeah, the Queen of Cups. What does she have to say? She talking to us. She said, listen to our heart already. So she said, now listen to your intuition. My intuitive heart openly expresses deep love. I got nothing but love for you, baby. Okay? So when you can show up and show out and be in love with yourself no matter what, without a doubt, speaking of, I'm going to go into it, a little segue into Madly in Love with You series coming up starting February 1st. So if you want to tap into this frequency of love with us, as me and my divine sister taps into the energy of love, understanding what it is to love on yourself, loving on your body, hugging on your body, loving on you like nobody else can. Because if you can't love you, if you can't honor you, if you can't show up for you, if you can't be true to you, nobody else is going to be respectful of that love. Nobody's going to reciprocate that love. What you give to yourself is what other people are going to give to you. Clock that. Hey! Okay, so understand, how are you loving on yourself? Starting February 1st, we're going to be doing a rollout of Madly in Love with Me, which is going to end in it's going to kind of bridge into a retreat type style, pamper myself, tap into how do I show up for myself, some deep shadow work exercises on the 13th of February, moving into the 14th of February. So it's kind of like playing on that Friday the 13th energy, but all about Madly in Love with Me. So yeah, be on the lookout. If you haven't already, look at my tap into our Circle of Sister Table Talk page on YouTube. I'm really trying to grow that page so that we can use that as the platform to go live for this event by February the first. So if you haven't already, please like my page, because I need 50 viewers, at least 50 viewers. So please tap, tap, tap in. If you've come into the space, if you like what you hear, if you just don't even know why you're here, but you're here, please check me out. Let's connect. We build in the Good Vibes Lounge tribe. So it's the Vibe Tribe as we tap into this cup energy, this Queen of Cups energy. So we like Queen of Cups here in the heart space, Queen of Wands here creating. We are creating. The queens, it's time for us to show up and show out. Time for us to reclaim our thrones. Time for us to begin to adjust our crown with what is already known. You know, no more backpedaling, no more self-sabotage, no more feeling like I'm not good enough, I don't have all my ducks in a row. You know what you got to do. You know what you're being called to do. So it's time for you to just pop out and show them. Like I'm doing. You know, I would have never thought, never ever in 1,000 years would I have thought that this is what I would have fun doing. Coming on Facebook, pulling tarot cards. The Christian girl in me is like, that's not what we do, but we do, because we've learned that all things are God. Everything is God. Everything is God-given for greater works. For greater works. So how are you tapping into that collective consciousness of God in you, the hope of glory, and loving on your body? Loving on your body, okay? So let's look at this one more again. It says, my intuitive heart openly expresses deep love. So we need to show up and express this deep love, y'all, because so many of us are confused. We don't know where to go. The world is giving us all kind of programs. And it's like, is this really what's going on? Am I really supposed to be scared, afraid, worried? Or am I supposed to be just living my best life now? It's a choice. God says he's giving you the wheel within the wheel. Another plug, another segue, my book, Living Aligned and Crowned, which has inspired me to do this 365-day journey, to embrace the queen within and to live aligned and crowned in accordance with universal law, the Hermetic principles. My book that I wrote bridges the gap between the two and brings us into practical spirituality, aligning us into holistic health. So if you are interested, or if you really are just confused and don't even know where to turn, check out my book. It's on Amazon. You can purchase it today and tap in and get ready to tap into your own soul's path. It's freedom there. There's abundance there. There's everything that you desire there. But you have to show up and know that only you can do it. No longer are you going to be picking and choosing the wrong things for the wrong reasons. You're going to show up for you and allowing the river of abundance to flow. You're going to get into the deep waters like Ezekiel. And when it comes to your ankle, when it comes to your knees, when it comes to your hips, when it's all the way up to your crown, you still ain't going to drown because you in the water. You are the water. You are flowing. Tap that. Whatever that means, okay? So we're going to tap into 7 of Cups energy and see what that has to say. Okay, we clocking things today, y'all. We shifting vibrations and frequencies because it's time. It is time for us to live in the highest vibration of life, not being controlled, not being manipulated, not being moved by fear or worry or doubt or, the stagnation of, oh my God, I just got to figure it out first. You will never figure it out. Believe me. Never figure it out. It's always changing, always moving, ebbing and flowing. And when you get into the deep waters, then you're going somewhere. And you allow spirit to take you there. And you know that song, I'll take you there. Yeah, that's where you want to go. You want to go into those places that you never thought you would go before because there's so much freedom there. All right, here we go. Here we go. It's my time to shine. That's what I heard. Okay, so my wildest My wildest imagination is a tool that I can use to inform my future in a down-to-earth type of way. Oh, that's good. My wildest imagination, y'all hear that, right? Is a tool that I can use to inform my future in a down-to-earth type of way. So you know what? It was all a dream. And then it manifested right before me. Y'all know I always got a song in my heart. So yeah, we're tapping in, going into the deeper parts of you to see exactly what it is you were sent to do. As you surrender to your intuition, surrender to your heart-led motivations of what it is you're sent to do. Celebrate that. Celebrate it in community. Give and receive. Be vulnerable. Because you never know who's going to see you, who's going to need that word that you have coming up out of you, who's going to be moved by, hey, if she can do it, I can do it. As we release the burdens and the dead places, the programs that no longer are serving us in our highest vibration, so that we can begin to plant the seeds and be rooted in that which we were sent to do. And be and experience and receive. You know, the abundance is available. Are you willing to receive? Are you willing to do the things you've never done before to get what you never have had? We are building queendoms, y'all. Your queendom come. Your will be done on earth right now, today, not tomorrow, not when you die. Leave empty. Light your flame and light the flame for others as you reign and rule. You see how she holding her wand up in the air? She's like, as above, so below. We bringing it forth. We say, your kingdom come. Your kingdom come in me, through me, always. And they said, yes, it will. As you begin to align your chakras, the angels, the higher benevolent spirits, our ancestors, the masters, Jesus, Buddha, you know, Muhammad, all of them that are serving us, in us, through us, so that we can be the light in the darkness. And it's all oneness. If I can't say it again, that was a word, y'all. That was a word. We're going to grab one more card from our soul's journey just to really seal the deal. Seal the deal of what is our soul saying. I hear my soul speaking to me right now. And I want to bring some more clarity to this whole reading that we have done today. Because it's a lot there. Ooh, yes, I knew that was going to come. So what does it take? What does it take to live your best life? Discipline. Woo! I'm going to ring the bell on that. Discipline. Discipline. You know, we have to be disciplined in the way we show up. We have to be disciplined in the way that we see our lives unraveling, pulling back each layer, seeing what's there, and then saying, you know what? Okay, what is my next step? And if I don't know, I stop. But I can also follow the things that I know to do and know that, okay, if there's a block, then that means that wasn't in alignment. But definitely moving forward, not getting stuck, not being stagnant, but doing what you know to do so that you can get all the things you know is yours. Okay? So we'll read from the card. What does it say? Ooh! We give thanks. I can accomplish what I set my mind to do. I can accomplish what I set my mind to do. That goes back to saying, y'all, thoughts become things. I spoke about yesterday, or when I did the meditation on one of the days this week, that we are not our bodies. We are a spirit, and our spirit lives within our body, but our spirit is guiding us and directing us in ways that our body has not yet attuned to, right? We can see ourselves doing things that our body has never done. We can smell things in our mind's eye that we may have never smelled. We can see things in our mind's eye that we have never seen before. We can hear things in our mind's eye that our ears have never heard before. This is how powerful we are. And as we begin to hold that vibration, hold that frequency, hold that intention in the space of being disciplined to say, if I can think it, I can receive it. If I can think it, I can have it. If I can think it, I know it is a reality. It just hasn't manifested in this reality yet. So I encourage y'all to continue to do your work. Continue to find that space to love on yourself. Give yourself a hug today. Give yourself a kiss today. Say, look at yourself in the mirror and say, girl, you all that in a bag of chips. Even if nobody else has told you, you know who you are. And going into that I am space and understanding that, aligning our chakras and knowing that we are not in a race. It's not going to happen overnight. We didn't get to this place overnight, so we're not going to get to our ultimate goal overnight. But we are being guided, we are being directed, and we are being protected in the process. So live out loud because you get to do it. Be who you are because no one else can be who you are. There's not a cookie cutter life that we can have. Each of us have a piece of the puzzle. Each of us have our own unique divine piece that we have to throw out there and see what sticks. And when you do, you can celebrate as they are celebrating. Okay? So until next time, y'all, I truly, truly, truly thank you for showing up, giving me your time, giving me your attention. Be on the lookout tomorrow. I don't know what time, but I will be back in the place for my 365-day journey. If you want to see this video in its entirety and you missed it, please check it out later on this evening on my Circle of Sister Table Talk page on YouTube. You will find every single day that I'll be posting there. Every single day of this 365-day journey. So until next time, I'm your soul sister, speaking out and fixing crowns in the process. Peace and love.